Hello everyone, Ryan here. 8 Reels of Sewage, starring Jacqueline Guzman, aka Jacqueline Guzman Cereceres. It's definitely not your typical indie film. It's dark, it's gritty, it harkens back to the adult film era of the early 1970s. And Jacqueline Guzman, she portrays Belinda Brimhouse, a film editor or film cutter who decides to leave her job due to her overly misogynistic boss, and she decides to produce her own adult film. So she takes the necessary steps, puts out a casting call, begins writing the script, and of course she encounters different blocks, various people who do nothing but get in her way of completing her film. And stylistically, this movie is interesting. That's why I say it's definitely not your typical indie film. And I guess for me, I'm not used to seeing this kind of style within a movie, but I do like it. It was definitely pleasing on the eyes, and it was definitely interesting to see how things were. I mean, back then. I mean, obviously, I know it might not be 100% historically accurate, but there's definitely a lot of stuff in it that makes you realize that hey, things weren't always so equal. Well, I mean, as far as the working relationships between men and women were not always as equal or on as level, I guess, as they are today. Even though obviously there's still some struggles with that today, but not as many as there were back then in the early 1970s. So that's definitely one thing I liked about this movie. It definitely portrays that well. And then, of course, there's a lot of drug scenes, a lot of nudity. Not really nudity that offends. I mean, at least I wasn't offended by any of it. But I can see how some people might be offended by it. But, that's why, I mean, we're all free to choose to watch whatever we want to watch. So, and ultimately, for me, a lot of the acting just kind of fell short, which I guess, is to be expected with any kind of independent movie. But for me, it just seemed like far too many of the actors really didn't give it their all, or didn't prepare enough, or I don't know. But definitely Jacqueline Guzman, her performance for me stands out the most. And then also too, I mean, the story itself, I guess you could say the story kind of lacked a little something. I mean, I'm not going to say that I know exactly what it lacked, but I mean, overall, 8 Reels of Sewage, it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, just especially if you want to see an independent movie that truly lives up to that independent title, that independent moniker. So definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it. Of course, obviously, it's not a family-friendly movie, but it's something different. So on a scale of 1 tamale to 10 tamales, I give 8 Reels of Sewage a good 7 tamales, 7 out of 10. So it's not too bad. And I also got to admit that I've known Jacqueline Guzman since, I want to say, 7th grade, middle school. We don't know each other that well, but I don't know. We do know each other, or at least we went to the same schools and all that. So I don't know if maybe that clouded my judgment. I mean, I don't know. I think it did. But all in all, definitely, 8 Reels of Sewage is a good movie, especially if you just want to see something different. So yeah, rent it, buy it, stream it, whatever you can do. And thanks for watching this review. Definitely check out my blog, lawyerreviews.wordpress.com. Also, don't be afraid to follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @lawyerreviews, all lowercase, all one word. And until next time, keep it real and peace.